yes or no. You know, you're asking this as a yes or no question. Well, it's not so simple. But generally speaking, those who chant Dvadashakshara mantra, they go to the Dvarka, they enter into the Dvarka Leela. Whereas those who chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they enter into the Braja Leela, the Vrindavan Leela of the Lord. So these are completely different pastimes. Although the same Krishna is there, it's a different aspect of Krishna, a different mood of Krishna. Krishna in Dwarka is displaying his more external opulences of power and strength and so on. Whereas Krishna in Vrindavan is displaying more of his internal opulences, such as his deep love of his devotees and so on. Although those are also there in Dvarka, it's in a different mood because it's in the Svakya, which means with opulence, with the rules and regulations. Whereas in Vrindavan, his relationships with his devotees are Parakya, without any limitations, without any rules. So these are very, very different moods. And it depends on which mood the devotee is attracted to, which mantra he should chant, or which form of Krishna that he should worship. For example, even in the conjugal mood, there's a difference between the worship of the queens of Dwarka and the gopis of Vrindavan. And this is a matter between Krishna and the devotee. It's a very personal matter, which one that you're attracted to. So anyway, the answer is, you need to study more and ask the question in a better way.
Question from Tiago. Please accept my humble obeisances. What is the point of marriage in the spiritual world if everybody is there to love and serve Krishna?
Well, it has to do with what I was just talking about. It's a different mood. In marriage, when one wants to marry Krishna, this is called Svakya. Svakya means that the Vedic principles are observed and that there are, conventions and rules, and there's a certain amount of formality in the relationship. Whereas the Parakya relationships in Goloka Vrindavan are utterly informal. They're completely intimate and spontaneous. There's no rules, there's no limitations. Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan are just like completely wild. It's hard to explain. I mean, it's either you get it or you don't. But a person who wants, I suppose, the structure, who feels more comfortable with, the marriage relationship, they would want to go to Dvarka in the spiritual world. And those who are more comfortable or who need the mood of lawless love, as it's called sometimes, would want to go to Vrindavan where they can experience the Parakya rasa.
Prasad expands the question. I mean, for those less intelligent, can they achieve liberation with Dvadashakshara mantra?
Nobody who's less intelligent can achieve anything. The less intelligent people, they don't have the ability to attain liberation. I don't think you quite understand our terminology exactly. Less intelligent people can't understand this philosophy very well. Only the more intelligent, or most intelligent, can understand. Okay. Are there any more? I think Mother Swati has a question.
Expand on the question about the experience of chanting Dvadashakshar mantra and Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I was initially chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra for a little while. When I then switched to Dvadashakshar mantra, and I felt really uncomfortable. I felt as if it was lacking the rhythm. It was not like a round circle thing. It was more like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo. It felt like it had rough edges, and I couldn't get into that for the longest time until I could figure out that, I have to stay just constantly at one high level and just let the mantra go fast.
Yeah, it's a different mood.
So, pulling back totally, not going into the mood, not going into the deeper aspects of it, just from chanting aspects of it, it was really hard to be able to chant Dvadashakshar Mahamantra.
Well, if you're already used to Mahamantra, why would you want to go back to Dvadashakshar?
It felt incomplete, and so I just wanted to share that experience.
Mm-hmm. Just like in Dwarka, even though the same Krishna is there, and Krishna is still the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in Dwarka, he doesn't manifest his four special qualities of playing the flute, and the really amazing pastimes with the different devotees in Vrindavan. Like I said, those parakiya rasa pastimes, completely beyond all rules and regulations. He doesn't manifest his special beauty. Just his ordinary, completely transcendental beauty. And he also, he doesn't manifest, what was the fourth quality? I have to look it up. Flute, pastimes, I have to look it up. What's that? I already mentioned that. Beauty, the flute, surrounded by loving devotees and wonderful activities. Yeah, like the Rasa Lila. So I kind of put those last two together. The wonderful activities that Krishna performs are always in association with his devotees. And because his devotees in Vrindavan have these wonderful informal moods. Parakiya means informal. They have wonderful activities that aren't manifest in any other incarnation or any other form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Krishna's devotees and Krishna's pastimes, his flute playing, and his extraordinary beauty, these four things are not fully manifest in Dwarka. So naturally the mantras that lead to that Dwarka Lila or connected with that Dwarka Lila are also not on the same platform, you see. So once you have tasted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that's it, you're spoiled. You don't ever want to go to any other platform of devotional service because it just doesn't have that same intimate taste, it's just so wonderful. Any more questions? It must be ecstatic. I feel like yawning.
Question from Prasad. What type of religion is practiced in the spiritual world?
Devotional service to Krishna. What else? Pass me the drum, please. It's time to call the lion. Nice shot of the microphone. But Saw. Oh, it's kind of low today.
The rain increased the humidity.
Oh, because it got, yes, right. It responds more to the humidity than the temperature. Try about E. Try G.